Most occasion got a Friday, 1998, day of July.
Okay, 3 people watching. Ooh. Jesus Christ. It was hot as fuck in this room earlier. I swear to God. Here's Johnny. Da 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 da. Hey, question. Are you free anytime tomorrow evening? Question mark. I was going to slide through. Oh my fucking God. Are you serious? Please tell me I'm public now with this bullshit. Ugh. I hate this shit sometimes. Okay, so I'm live right now. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm good, y'all. I thought this was private. I had to put it in public and shit like that, but I'm good. How's everyone doing tonight? Ronnie, Q, Sam, what's up? Just to let everybody know, next Wednesday is going to be the review for Janet Jackson's 20YO. Ashley and I have confirmed the time. Whether you love that album or not, that's going to be Wednesday. Also, sometime next week, I do plan on talking about a certain hip hop classic, which I'm going to drop after the review. I also got another pre-recorded review coming up. What else? Um, at this point, the primo breakdown that's still going to be Sunday. Yes, primo's still going to be on Sunday. Metallica's and Justice for All. It's going to be Monday. 20YO is going to be on Wednesday, and a certain hip hop classic. I was thinking about doing that on a Friday or a Saturday, but let me go with the flow for tonight. That a potential one, Sam. That one is coming. That one is coming. But oh wait, actually, I forgot. I did mention. I think I did mention that. I didn't mention that I was gonna do something, for the classic unsung episodes and shit like that too. But that's gonna be sometime this month. Yeah, happy birthday to Missy Elliott. My favorite moments from the verses, there were a couple of moments. Definitely liked when, they were both looking at each other's list and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I felt like Keith Sweat definitely did his thing. Even though I don't really have to consider the verses, he tries on his way. I don't like to consider the verses like how can I put this? I don't like to consider the verses pretty much like a competition, but it's just, to me, I feel like Keith Sweat's discography had like more balance, in my opinion. If that makes sense, because yeah, he wrote songs for Cat. I never knew he wrote Guys Let's Chill. I never knew he wrote that one. I was like, wow. Never knew he wrote Just Got Paid. I knew he wrote the Silk song Freak Me. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that shit, Ronnie. Not really the biggest fan of Tank. I mean, Pleasure P is cool. I like certain songs from Pretty Ricky, but yeah, man. I wonder what the next verse is gonna be and shit. I'm not gonna lie, the last couple of verses lately haven't really been that bad, in my opinion. Like, there was the even though I'm not the biggest fan of the music like that, I did like the energy that Bow Wow and Soulja Boy had on that one. That was entertaining. What was before Bow Wow and Soulja Boy? Oh, even Trina, that was alright. Yeah, this one's been kind of alright, man. I wonder if they're gonna do the not Styles P, the Nori and Beanie Siegel battle. That might be pretty interesting, Hey fam,
Yo, what's good?
nothing much. Let's get out the
No,
shower.
you cannot come in. Why? Yo, come on, Q. Stop with it. Why is it every time we go live, you always want to jump on here? No, you cannot come on here.
Yeah.
What's wrong with niggas, man? What up?
Yeah,
What up?
it was just two of my favorite moments from the verses and shit.
And you were right. You were right, Reg. Keith won that shit.
See,
He won it. I
y'all been
wasn't
sleeping
even.
on Keith.
I thought it would have been closer, but how can a man? Bobby Brown might be the only artist to be in verses with just two good albums. Just two good albums. That's all he was playing off of these albums. Was his big. This is his best albums ever. Anybody that telling me something different, you don't know what the hell you talking about. This is his only good albums. That's it. Two
Exactly.
good albums, and he hasn't had a good album since '92.
Exactly.
That's terrible, yo. Keith Sweat was killing him. It was not even close.
This nigga Bobby was looking at QCS notes too, like
I told you. I seen New Edition in 2014. He wasn't. He was out of shape back then. He wasn't doing the dance moves with the group. I got the video footage. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not nothing new. Like this is Bobby.
yeah, man. And I'm not even gonna lie. You can tell by you were right about the live performances too and shit. Cause there was some songs Bobby was getting down, but there was just some other songs I was just like, yeah, you was tired.
Two good albums. That's it. Anything after '92 was trash, and we discussed Bobby Brown stuff a long time ago in here. So
New Edition breakdown.
yeah, he don't got nothing else after that. You notice he didn't do nothing from that terrible album after what was that '97?
Yeah.
That album we discussed with Feeling Inside. He didn't do nothing from that album,
Right.
or that other album he called Masterpiece.
Shit, ain't nobody remember Masterpiece.
Nah, two good albums. You're not gonna beat Keith Sweat with just two good albums.
By the way,
If they went an hour longer, Keith still had he still had joints he didn't play. He didn't play Wami Baby, did he?
I don't think so.
I don't think he played Wami Baby. He still has like a whole bunch of joints he didn't play.
He didn't play Cut Close I Like.
Right. He didn't play that either. That's right.
But I was surprised he played Get Up on It. I was like, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's his. Didn't he produce that, right?
Yeah, he produced it, yeah.
Yeah. That they were on his label on Kia Records. You know, he played some Silk. That's his group also. If people didn't know that. I didn't. Why were they there? Why was Tank and Pleasure P there for what?
I don't even know.
I don't understand.
I was
Like,
like,
why
why
are these
these-
two clowns out there? Like, you both don't have more hits than Keith Sweat to begin with. You know.
Alright. Just to let you know, next Wednesday we're doing 20YO.
Dope.
Ashley's of course joining us.
Shout out to her. I hope she liked it. Did she like the battle this tonight?
She did.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ash
Bobby
Battle.
got hits. He just didn't have enough for Keith. Oh man. Keith was hilarious. When he's drunk, he's hilarious. You get to see people's hilarious side when they drunk. Jadakiss was drunk for the Fab battle. He was hilarious.
Right.
Keith Sweat drunk. He was hilarious. Well, I mean, it's not even that. Even if he didn't write for all the artists, he still have a longer catalog than Bobby did. You know what I'm saying? Bobby and the new. I think you know what it is. People also caught up in the New Edition hype and what Whitney said because after the after show, there's like on certain after shows, I heard a lot of people calling in talking about Bobby won. I'm like, what battle was y'all watching? Y'all still caught up in what Whitney's saying? You know, deeming him the king of R&B. What for two good albums? R. Kelly is still the king of R&B in my opinion. There's nobody that's touching R. Kelly catalog. Not Usher, not Justin Timberlake, not whoever. R. Kelly is still the king of R&B to me right now. In jail or out of jail. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then like there's I'm like, yo, the New Edition joints. He was the only real New Edition joint that he was lead vocals on was Mr. Telephone Man that he made a hit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because he wanted to be the leader, and that's why he left because he wasn't getting enough lead vocals.
Right.
Everything else was all Ralph. You know what I'm saying? So he couldn't even use a lot of New Edition stuff if he wanted to.
Shit.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, that shit was crazy. Yeah, I mean that's yeah. Keith didn't get the writer credit for Let's Chill. Some other guy got the writer credit. I didn't even know he wrote that.
I know that blew my mind too, because I was looking at myself like, no, that can't be. I never knew Hugo just got paid.
Actually, that song was for him. And
Really?
he yes, because Teddy Riley on when he was on the Breakfast Club the interview he did, he talked about it. Like that song he gave to Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat didn't want it. He passed it up, and Teddy gave it to Johnny Kemp. That's why he
Interesting.
played it, because it was originally his song, but he passed it up and gave it to Johnny, and then Johnny made it a hit.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised he played that too.
yeah. Rest in peace, Johnny Kemp
Yeah,
too.
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like Keith, this is why we got legends, because people
Exactly.
forget they catalog and what they've done. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a good matchup, but Keith Sweat catalog is he could battle a lot of people with his catalog.
I agree.
I don't think Bobby could do that with just 2 albums. You know,
I wonder what the next versus is going to be.
they didn't announce it. I don't know.
Shit. Hopefully, either Styles P or Beanie.
Somebody good. Nori and Beans. I still think Beans will beat him. Like again, he's another one. Nori don't have a good catalog.
Nicki and Lil Kim.
I think I'm picking. I don't know. Kim got a lot of good features. I don't like a lot of her albums after Hardcore though. I like more Nicki albums than Kim.
This might sound sacrilegious, but I feel like Nicki will get Kim. Don't shoot
I
me.
can't argue with that, because I think catalog wise, Nicki have better albums. Nicki did a lot of features too though. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of features
Mm.
I didn't care to hear to, like all that shit with 2 Chainz, and I didn't care to listen to that stuff. But Kim got a lot of like remixes she been on. A lot of features with of course the Junior Mafia stuff she could pull out, and you know what I'm saying?
Quiet Storm remix or the
Right.
Monster.
The Mob Deep joint, Mob Deep, a Quiet Storm over Monster any day. Cause she took that song to another level. Like, it was great with just Prodigy, but when she was on the remix, it just made it even more popular.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The Monster joint is fire. Nicki had, arguably you could say she had the best verse on Monster.
She
You know what I'm
did.
saying? I thought she did. To me, I thought she had the best verse on Monster. Jay was on that, Kanye, but I think Nicki killed it. But Nicki could beat her. The popularity, I don't know what the consensus is, because like again, like tonight I heard a lot of fans saying they thought Bobby won. I'm like, y'all, Bobby didn't win that. Bobby didn't
Oh.
win that. But they're going off for the hype of what Whitney said about deeming him the king of R&B, and the New Edition fact. The New Edition wasn't even there. I didn't see none of them in the comments. They might have been watching. But I didn't see Ronnie or Ricky or any of them like saying anything.
I see Ronnie.
I didn't see them post anything up on their page or nothing for him. So I don't even think they're talking right now.
No, they talking.
They're talking.
Yeah. Ralph said they were talking. They were getting their shit
Right.
together.
They're talking, but they're not officially back. Talking and is two different things. Being actually official, like officially back, is two different things. They could be talking. The talks will break down tomorrow. Because we've heard Pete Rock and CL talk before. They're not officially back. You know what I'm saying? So that don't mean nothing. But you know, I thought Keith Sweat won, and I wasn't even picking Keith. I was picking Bobby to win, and I felt like Keith's playlist was everything was solid, man. Like he had a deep catalog. You know, he didn't get caught up in
Yeah,
a lot of bullshit.
I feel you. But I'm ready
MC
to
Light
start
and the
with them.
Brat, MC Light would win that. The Brat only got one good album, so that's not even that would be a lopsided battle.
I would give Light or Latifah.
Yeah, Light and Latifah was better. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see the Brat and Light.
Speaking of Power Ronnie, Power reviews are definitely gonna start on July 18th, July 19th, whenever. So yeah, you still
Eminem
down
and
for them
Jay
Power
Z.
reviews, right?
Eminem and Jay Z. Jay Z would already be. They would already anoint Jay Z the winner before that battle even started. So I don't even think I would like to see that battle.
I don't know, man. Eminem's
You think
fan base
Eminem
is
could beat
crazy.
Jay?
I never said that, but I said I feel like his fan base might,
The,
both of their
no,
fan bases might
it's
be very
Eminem,
different.
Eminem. I love Eminem, but the Jay Z stands are ridiculous. And before that battle start, they would already anoint Jay Z the winner. Even if we thought Eminem won, they would over the consensus would be Jay Z had won. It wouldn't even matter what type of joints Eminem played.
Yeah, I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
Hello, YouTube. How's everyone doing this lovely Thursday? It's your boy Reg in the building. I'm a homeboy Tribe with me.
What up?
This is the request slash album that it took me so long to finally talk about, but it's Kool G Rap's Roots of Evil, released in 1998. Um, Shout out to my homeboy Hoovy because he was the one who got me this copy and shit. Yeah. So this album to me, singles. I think only came out with two singles: "Foul Cats" and "Can't Stop the Shine." Producers include Dr. Butcher and CJ Moore, and this was on Kool G Rap's label at that time called Illstream. So, story with this album: after the release of 456, he pretty much they Cold Chillin dropped the compilation, the Raider Triple X in '96 and stuff like that, which was pretty hot and stuff. And he actually there was a lot of rumors that he actually had to relocate to Arizona because he had a little run-in with Eric B.
Oh shit.
Um,
Eric B from Eric B and
yeah,
Rakim.
Eric B.
Why?
Eric B. and Rakim. Because I don't know the full story because they were saying some shit like how Kool G Rap had like a bad business thing with Eric B. and allegedly he relocated to Arizona when he was on the run and shit like that.
He was on the run for real, like just like his album.
Shit. And but Kool G Rap he went on to interview saying that he had family out there and shit like that that was looking out for him. So I found it
Is
to be
that whole
quite
thing
interesting.
over? Is that whole thing over with him and Eric B?
I don't even know. Shit. So yeah, man, that's very interesting as fuck too. And with this album too, it really didn't really get like a lot of promotion like that because it was like most like an underground album and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but Kool G Rap went on to say that this was like his favorite album he's ever done.
I don't even remember it coming out.
Yeah, yeah. Not a lot of people don't even remember it coming out. This was known for like features. Like this was like the first appearance of Papoose. Yeah, that Papoose and shit. You actually have Jink, Chameleon,
When he was young.
Mi- Johnny Two Guns, Poker Face, and Miss Jones. All right. This is the album cover right here. Pretty Godfather-ish like and shit like that. Um, yeah, I love the little fucking intro that says they give like a little description of who he was. Like he migrated from Corona, Queens, New York. He introduced himself with "It's a Demo." He paved his way with "Road to the Riches." Then he painted a perfect picture of the street struggle with "Ill Street Blues," and the world came to know him as Kool G Rap. That's a classic Kool G Rap logo right there and shit.
Godfather logo.
Yes,
And this was very Godfather-ish.
right. Way more than like "Live and Let Die," even 456 too.
Right.
Give him giving out his thanks and shit.
Right.
So yeah, man. This album was like very expensive and shit too, man.
Out of print.
All right. This album has 18 tracks. Let's get this shit started. So the intro was pretty much nothing to it, just Kool G Rap on the phone or some shit like that. He's pretty much he was pretty much he was driving around the car and stuff like that. He Soviet calling something like a faggot ass nigga or some bullshit. Oh wait, hold up. No, that's the wrong intro. That's the wrong intro I'm looking at. But
The Roots of Evil intro.
yeah, Yeah, Roots of Evil. I'm looking at Rap Genius with the lyrics too, but they don't have the
Mhm.
intro. Fuck it.
Right.
But yeah, he was pretty much on the phone and shit. Nothing really too with this intro and shit.
Yeah, it was like the intro played out like a movie scene. It was like he gets a phone call, and then it's like some like a guy threatens him, and then like there's a deal that goes down. He's like on the phone with the guy, and he's talking about like a deal, and like you gotta pay me up front now, and then the dude is telling him like you'll get the other half later when the job is done. You've seen that shit in movies before, and there's a knock on the door. He goes to the door, and it's like the Scarface theme song when that scene in Scarface when Tony's looking out and he sees the blimp and it says the world is yours. The theme song comes on, and there's a lot of noise in the background. You hear dogs barking, and there's a cop sirens going by, and a guy shoots him, and like I'm assuming it's more than one like hired assassin, and they shoot him, but he still lives and he's able to call 911 for help or whatever. You hear his heartbeat racing. That scene, that point where his heartbeat is racing reminded me of when Biggie shot himself at the end of Suicidal Thoughts, and you hear his
Yeah,
heartbeat racing. It reminded me of that, and then that was basically the intro. And then it goes into Hitman's Diary. So I thought it was a good intro to start the album off and get that cinematic, gangster feeling to it. So
yeah, I definitely agree with you.
I like
Wait,
intros that they actually put thought into the intro. It's not like
right,
5 seconds and it's like no damn meaning for the intro. This is an
right.
intro that actually fit the album. I like that.
Yeah, I definitely see your point about that. And yeah, this whole album has like a very. I feel like this is like its most cinematic album to date.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Yeah, man. And it's a shame just don't get like a lot of recognition, but
But that's why we
you know,
talking about it now.
right.
I never heard the album
Um.
until this morning, so I'm like, yeah, this is a dope ass album.
Oh yeah. Track number two, Hitman's Diary. Very dope joint. Like him and Dr. Butcher together. You know, definitely a very dope producer, MC duo, whatever you want to call it. They were. He was what to Dr. Butcher what Easy Mo B was to Kane around the '90s and shit.
Right.
In my opinion, like post
And
Marley
that
Marl.
was like King's down slides.
Well, he was one of the highlights.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I agree.
Easy was one of the highlights. He kept Kane afloat, even on
Right.
Veterans Day and shit.
Yeah.
But fuck. Um, I always had to throw in a Kane mention and shit. Fuck it. Also, with this album with this track right here, it's like again a storytelling track where it's talking about how you know he's pulling out a hit on somebody and shit like that, and just like the way he describes it, she's like, "Yo, it was midnight and rainy, and spotted these three Panamanians, gold chains, and carry Iranians." Like that's the shit. Like you would definitely hear motherfuckers like from Wu Tang,
Hmm.
how descriptive they were with their fucking lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope joint. Very descriptive and stuff like that too. One of my all-time favorites off this album.
Definitely a banger. Nice beat and the horns and G Rop saying niggas on the ad was clapping at me, busting at me, trying to put caps in my nappy. We still going to where this cat be with AKs all day. Called up my nigga J. Yeah, like so descriptive. Every bar was descriptive of what is actually happening in the song, and there's very few MCs that could do that, and that's why he's one of the best lyrically, because he always had like a talent for that, and I thought it was a dope track to start off after the intro.
Yeah, very dope track indeed. It's funny how you mentioned that it sounds like 92 Q because a lot of these tracks was kind of like recorded during like 95 to 97 too and shit, like certain tracks. I want to say Can't Stop the Shine. I want to say that was one of the few tracks that had more of like an. No, actually, hold up. It was Thug's Anthem 2 and Can't Stop the Shine that was recorded in 95. So, so that could have probably been on like 456 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, Track number three, One Dark Night. Very short, interlude slash song, or what do you want to call it? Pretty much, Coogee rap. It's a rainy night, and he is toe to toe with these fucking assassins and whatnot too. And it's pretty much Coogee rap again with the storytelling. I love the line where he says, "When I play Mother Nature before Sheol and clap with thunder tonight, I stepped right inside of the street light. My gun was bright, like fucking sick ass shit." And one, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end, you know what I'm saying? He gotta like hide his gun after what he done and shit like that too. So real niggas know what's up with that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely another cinematic type of track. You got, you hear thunder and lightning in the background. It's real rainy, so that already set the tone for this track. Really dark, and the beat drops, and there was a dope ass beat. You got the pianos. I love Kool G Rap's flow on this track. He's saying, "I only got one life. You'll get this fucking gun out of my sight. Back at the house after midnight. I'm done for the night. Fire, fire." It was really short. I would have liked to hear like a longer version for this track, but it was really like short, like a minute and some seconds. But I thought it was dope.
Yeah, very, very, very dope track indeed. Yeah, like a lot of short tracks he did on this fucking album and stuff. So I definitely hear your point on that. But yeah. Then we're gonna get into Foul Cats. This was produced by CJ Moore. Love the usage of that Marvin Gaye sample. That was on the Trouble Man soundtrack too. Which that's an album we definitely read. I'm surprised we never talked about that Marvin album and shit.
Right. And
Yeah,
Mike
but
Geronimo used it for Unstoppable.
yes, he
The
did.
the P Rock joint on Vendetta. Yeah.
Yep. Um, so in this track, Kool Rap was going to go after revenge after he realized he was set up and whatnot.
Right.
And so while he's having these niggas, he's having to shoot out these motherfuckers and stuff like that. He pretty much didn't want no reason. He was like, "No, fuck that shit. We ain't talking. It's all about gonna be the kill, kill, pow, pow." And so he pretty much leaves one of the motherfuckers paralyzed and shit like that. And yeah, again, the description on this whole fucking track was impeccable and stuff like that too. I mean, this is another track where it was like one verse, but at the same time, kept it short and sweet.
And I love the fact that when you hear these tales that G Rap kick, like they include like him going after not just the men but the women as well. He had a lot
Right.
of songs like that where he was like he would, you know, take a knife and slice a chick in a minute, and on here he says, out the blue and we see the chick, the nigga screwing, pushing his whip with the ice cube and hemmed her up sweet. Put heat to her wig piece, the sig piece, to this next piece. This bitch named Sharice from East New York. Listen, bitch, you better talk or get your whole frame surrounded in white chalk. So he was just ruthless. Like you could hear a lot of those songs where he would go after both male and females, and he was just on that gangster shit, and I think it fit the album, and the beat was dope, and yeah, I love it.
Yeah, man. Definitely, definitely, definitely one of his most consistent albums and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Um, you heard the Giacana story before, right?
I heard that. I want to say when it came out. I was gonna ask you about that, like after the review, like where do you rank like his solo stuff?
Okay, well, we can talk about after the review and shit like
Yeah.
that too. Because I was gonna ask you something about the album too.
Okay.
Because I know, did you ever hear the bootleg version, like the original version of the album?
I heard the. I might have had the bootleg back, way back, and then I heard it. I heard it on YouTube. I know that, but it was like years ago.
Oh, okay, bad.
Roots of Evil. I used to see Roots. I never heard it until this morning. I used to always see that the ad for it when it had dropped, but I never heard it till this morning though. So
Hmm. Yeah, I feel you. I only heard this album pretty much like 3 times and shit like that in my lifetime and
yeah,
shit. So
and if a lot of fans praise it as his best because it is like hard to find. So
yeah.
you know,
Um, very dope question to you. What rappers did Coogee Rap influence in your opinion? Nas,
yeah.
Ghost, Ray.
I
Um,
would say a lot of the mafioso artists, Az, Nas, a lot of those cats you can hear they, especially from this album, you can hear the influence
I
from
would
those artists.
I would even say Tragedy Gaddafi.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, Comega, you know,
Most definitely. Hell, even Griselda, the whole Griselda family.
right, right. But they're not too deep in the mafioso rap though. I mean, well, Benny is not really Conway and West Side like that.
I mean, like the storytelling, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
way
yeah.
how they tell their stories is like
Right.
Coke on the mirror and shit. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. Oh, AZ too. Yeah.
Yeah. AZ. Yeah, I mentioned AZ.
Mm. Yeah, man. And even Scarface, you know?
Yeah. Scarface, right?
Shit. What's the next track?
Tequila
Um,
Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise. Love that fucking beat to that track, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Definitely had like a more of like a cinematic. It reminds me like I can see that scene when Scarface is in the fucking bathtub and shit like that.
Yes.
You know, just has that vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So,
Right.
just has that vibe and shit. So definitely a very very solid track on this album.
I love the Spanish guitars. Like when that start off, and it had like that mobster feeling. Like when you like watch The Godfather 1 or 2, and they had like those the Spanish the guitars playing, and he just gave you like that cinematic feel of the mafia. It had that
Yeah,
feeling to the track. It had a nice beat with it, and G Rap saying I cock and I load, ready to hurt foes on dirt roads, making my hand jerk from every verse. I give the first blow, keeping alert though, giving them red clothes, giving they shirts holes. 3 birds will blow up in the backseat. I squirted the hole. And then you got like a female reporter. I forgot her name though. The female reporter comes on and she's like, assessing the whole scene at the end of the track. And I thought that was a dope way to end the track off.
yeah, definitely a very dope area and shit. Just how the whole album just flows and sequences together and shit is what
Right.
a lot of people need to realize. Track number 6 is like a skit called "At the Wake." Love the skit and shit like that. Just fucking excuse me, just fucking Coogee Rap arguing, and about confronting somebody like in a fucking funeral and shit, which pretty much leads into the next track.
And at the skit, he's like they're like signing papers for the deceased at the funeral parlor. You hear people crying, and then like he ends up spitting on the body in the coffin. I feel like I've seen that in a mafia film before. I feel like I've seen that scene where like somebody might have been laying in a coffin, and dude came over and like maybe punched them or stole a ring. What movie is that from?
Punched him and stole the ring.
Yeah, like I feel like I just feel like I've seen that in a movie before, where like you see somebody laying in a coffin and it was like the mob or something, and they came over and like took dude ring off, like stole his ring off his finger or something. I can't
Shit.
remember the movie, but I think I seen a movie like that in the past.
So I wouldn't be surprised, man. That that low key reminds me of I got the hookup when
Mm.
that nigga, I think it was AJ Johnson's character, went to the funeral and shit like that. He was like, "Well, he's dead. Ain't no he was trying to take the motherfucker jewelry." And when
Right.
he was trying to like get the motherfucker watch, everybody just leaned in.
Maybe it was that I was looking at. I just that scene just came in my head.
Mm, shit, that sounds like some Soprano shit, low key.
Right?
Hell, I'm surprised Cool Rap never got like a role in the Sopranos or some shit. I don't
He
know.
should have. He should have definitely. You know.
Yeah, rest in peace, James Gandolfini.
Yeah.
Um, which leads us into Home Sweet Funeral Home. This was featuring Jinx and Papoose. Very, very, very dope track right here. They all went in on this track.
Yeah.
They all fucking went in on this fucking track too.
Hmm.
Um, by this time, I think Papoose and Jinx they got influenced to Coogee Rap by I think some cat in Brooklyn, and Coogee Rap pretty much took him under his ring. I think before DJ K Slay, or was it K Slay, right?
Yeah. K Slade took Papoose on his wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I know eventually we do gotta talk about his first album, his only album
Oh,
eventually, but
Papoose.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that that's gonna
This
be way down the
Nasarima
line.
Dream.
Yeah, the American Dream Backwards,
Yeah.
whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. If we can take about Sagon, we gotta talk about Papoose,
Right.
but yeah, this one was a pretty hot joint in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like Coogee Rap, of course, had the best verse and stuff like that too. But everyone did their thing, no complaints.
I actually love Papoose verse. I always felt like Papoose was a dope lyricist. Again, he didn't have like the body of work to back that up, but I thought he was dope. And he said everybody know it's hit the deck time and don't go against mine. I make a wino bleed red wine. Sometimes my people slick talk, try to test mine. Get out of line, so I give them deadlines. Even disrespectful, respect mine. Lightweighted, but I rep mine. I don't lift weights, but I'll bench press a Tech 9. I thought he was dope lyrically on this joint. The beat was nice. Jinx, I remember Jinx, and this is Jinx when he was young. Cause I remember Jinx when he was older and he was like hitting the mixtape scene in the 2000s, and he was I used to see him on like street DVDs and stuff like doing freestyles or whatever. And he was another one that he didn't drop an album. Like I was waiting for him to drop and he didn't drop anything. But yeah, this is like early Jinx.
Right. Shit. Um, Next track, Mobster. One of my favorite tracks off this fucking album. Very, very. First of all, very dope beat. Uses the sample of Tom Jones's version of "Ain't No Sunshine" and shit. Yeah, man, just cool you rap. Definitely going in. One fucking verse and shit. Um, love the lines when he was like mentioning, the mobsters' names like Joe Adonis and Jack McGurn and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's the lines he was saying like, I felt a hand tug me, then turning around, I peeped a lovely fly face, fat ass gave me a glass of bubbly, said compliments of Bugsy, then took me across the Persian rug to plug me like son of a bitch. Definitely a very hot joint in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Mobsters was dope. Definitely has that dope boom bap feel to it. Real grimy track. You got the horns. G-Rap saying, shining with wine cellars, turning from hood dwellers to good fellas. Me and Nitty was robbing bank tellers. Nothing niggas could tell us. And fire joint, man. That basically sums up like the album as well. Like this is a good theme song for the album.
Definitely. Um, then we're gonna get Let the Game Begin. Um, this was a solid joint. Not really one of my favorites off this album, but definitely cool rap doing this thing on this one.
Yeah, again, another dope boom bap track. I like the pianos on it. G-Rap saying the Mac packing MC with gats clapping like an MP over your friendly wimpy, framed like an MD, blow you until your block's windy, be on sort of a shy frenzy. My Glocks don't stop till the cops in me. Again, like his lyricism is just dope, man. Like he's just in his own lane when it comes to that.
Definitely. Now, A Thug's Love Story, chapters one, two, and three. One of my all-time favorite Kool rap songs to date. Um, this is actually his longest song to date, believe it or not.
Yeah, 9 minutes.
As y'all can tell, like this was his Trapped in the Closet. No, I'm not gonna go there. Let me not go there. Let me not go there. Let me
Yeah.
not bring R. Kelly in this tonight. Let me not. All right, so pretty much, so the first chapter is pretty much Cool Rap meeting up this girl, right? And they kill kicking it. He ended up smashing or whatnot. And next thing you know it, she found out the homegirl got a man, and a man was an all-time drug dealer cat, and he was very possessive, very jealous and whatnot. And so he pretty much got set up, and next he pretty much was chilling and whatnot too. Still smashing her and whatnot. And mind you, each chapter has a different beat to it too.
Yes.
And so with the second chapter, he's pretty much chilling, and next thing you know it, he heard that someone broke in his place, and it ended up being like a fucking home invasion or whatnot too. So this nigga like quote unquote jumped off the balcony like a Falcon G.
Yeah.
Pretty much jumped out, and he pretty much wanted to find out what the fuck was going on. And next he got cornered. Pretty much got cornered and shit. And he realized that he got fucking set up. Got fucking set up and shit. Now, as we get into like the third chapter, he went out to a beach in one of his little mansions and shit, and he ends up meeting the chick. I'm doing my best to paraphrase this shit. I'm doing my
Right, right.
best. Man. He ends up meeting the fucking chick, and pretty much, I think they're on their way to escape and shit like that too. And so she ends up, I believe she ends up getting fucking killed pretty much
Right.
after they cornered them. I'm not gonna tell it the whole story, but I just did my best with it. And
Yeah, she ends up
so
dying at the end.
yeah, pretty much like every
She
hip
got
hop
shot.
love song,
Yeah.
pretty much they always end up dying. Lost Boys Renee.
Yes. That was a hood
Um.
tale though.
Oh yeah, that was
This is like mafioso type shit.
yeah.
You know.
And it's crazy too because people say Coogee Rap never made love songs. This was the closest
Hmm.
love song we would ever get. I'm not gonna count
Well,
Mr.
what
Listen.
kind of love song they expect him to do? He's not gonna do nothing with no R. Kelly feature. Or that's not him. He's gonna do like a gangster shit or Mister Mister. That's as far as the love songs go for him. He's not doing no shit featuring 112 or nothing. You know.
Hell, Jay-Z did a hella love songs and
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. Cool G Rap not doing. Excuse me, miss. Trust me, he's not
Shit,
doing that.
Coogee Rap ain't doing because I can do it right.
Right.
Well, actually, let me take that back. He actually attempted one on the She Loves Me Not" off the Road to the Riches album, but
I didn't like that song.
yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, that song wasn't good. Even for
At least it
Tupac,
didn't
it
have
wasn't
TJ
good.
Swan singing on it.
Oh Lord, can you
Hey
imagine?
girl, I just want you to listen.
That would have made it cheesy. Nah,
Oh
yo.
shit. Mm. All right, but yeah, this is a very, very iconic song. One of my top three favorite tracks off this album.
I'm going to say this now. We're on track 10. This is the best song on the album. The
Okay.
best, one of the best storytelling songs I ever heard. Like, and he have like all three parts in one song. That's why it's like over 9 minutes long. This should have been a movie. He should have made like a long form video for this. You know what I'm saying? Because it like everything that he said again, like everything that he says, you can picture it in your head. Like everything that he's saying, when he's like from sleeping with the chick to the home invasion, to them, the how man finding out and them, and holding them hostage and him trying to escape to save her, and then she gets a bullet in her breast, and everything that he said in this song, you can picture it. It was like a movie on wax. You know what I'm saying? And I love the way that it started. Like the first beat was dope, and it's like a gangster tale, and you know you got him saying the purple mink, she had a mad bank, Chanel bag full of Benjamin Frank, more ices than a hockey rink, face of a saint went for a drink, and then chapter 2 had a dope beat, and you hear like gunshots ring it off, and there's like ski mobiles whipping by. He had to jump out of the house when they were shooting up the place. After they got up from bed or whatever, and he says the home invasion right through the door. They started blazing, bullets were grazing. Shit was crazy, kid. I had to think fast. Let the gun blast, duck and dash, sharp crash. They broke through the door. They on our ass. Jumped off the balcony like a falcon G with a honey riding back with me. Fell on top of the snow in agony. And then chapter 3, you got the Spanish chick, because I believe she kept calling him Poppy or whatever. You got a
Yeah.
Spanish chick like she was scared, and she was like she didn't know what to do, and she's asking them questions. How are we gonna get through this? They on our ass. They trying to kill us. He's like, don't worry about it, baby. I got you. Just go over there and do what I want you to do. And he tells her, don't worry about anything. And great. The way everything played out, it was great. And then again, like he had to escape to his her boyfriend's goons to save her, and he says backhanded her boyfriend now, this is when they that he got both him and her as hostages, and the boyfriend slaps her, and he says backhanded the chick on the floor, called her a whore, said more you won't be pretty no more, took us on the tour down on the deck. Guess he wasn't ready to kill us yet. Saw this nigga there holding the tech, ready to wet, starting to sweat, and nigga stress. We up inside a horrible mess. I saw a box with the letters on a SOS, so I took out a flare gun and shot the kid in the chest. Took the tech from his hand. Now I'm ready to flex the madness, put the rest of them niggas to rest. Looked around, the nigga Stan was the only one left. Threw his ass overboard and told him, hold your breath. Caught my breath. I seen honey down on the deck. Eyes closed with the bullet hole dead in her breast. Held her in her arms till her soul firmly left. I'm mad depressed. My baby was an innocent death. And just the way that everything, like I said, everything played out like a cinematic film. And you got, and then at the end of the song, you got like these chicks like singing, and it just fades out. But I thought like this is definitely the best track on the album for me, and it's one of the I think Sam said it, like it's one of the best storytelling tracks ever in my opinion.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Ronnie said that. My bad.
Now we're gonna get into the boss's lady. Um, this was like another kind of like love song with a twist and shit like that. Him falling in love, with like the mobster's girl and shit like that. And it's a pretty solid track. I'm not gonna lie. I probably wouldn't have like sequenced it after the boss's lady, but at the same time,
Right.
it's definitely like a back and forth track between like Chameleon and G Rap and shit like that too. So very solid track.
Where do G Rap find like these unknown like female rappers? Because he did this with Maul Barker, and she was married to him, right?
I believe so.
And I never heard of Lady Chameleon, but I thought she was dope. Like she was going back and forth with him, and the track starts off with like again it's like another scene from like a mobster movie with two of the henchmen talking about the boss's wife and how they want to screw the boss's wife or whatever. But they know that in reality they can't have the boss's wife. But it was good to dream about. What would it be like? Having one night with the boss's wife or whatever. And G Rap says, snap back to reality. Told me her name was Valerie. Don't fuck around with the help. Nigga on the salary. Pockets too low calorie. Her man was son of cavalry. Straight turn the town to a shooting gallery. I thought it was fire, man. Like this was a dope track. And I guess Lady Chameleon was playing Valerie. Was she supposed to be the boss's wife?
Yeah,
Yeah, like shit. Like her verse was dope as well. Like she did her thing on this track.
yeah, no
And
doubt
it
about it.
sampled. I forgot it. It samples the Sister Sledge. He's the greatest dancer.
Interesting sample.
Yeah, the way that they
What's up,
cooked it up
Eric?
was interesting. I've heard other people use that sample, but the way they did it was like more like they slowed it down or whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's up, Eric?
Eric was
What's
good.
up, boy? All right, now everybody get into Mafioso. I mean, another solid joint right here too. Fuji Rap doing his thing. Yeah,
Yeah, this was dope. This is a dope beat. You got some scratching on it, some horns. G Rap saying, "Who's full of malice? Who the thug the wildest? Act childish. Get your body sent to a stylist. Who live the foulest? Be gripping cannons till my hands get a callus. Palace taking longer than malice from New York to Dallas. Like dope flow on it, man. Like it was definitely a solid album cut.
yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Now we're gonna get into Thug's Anthem featuring Poker Face and Johnny Two Gun. Um, Pretty much as you was saying, this is for all the chicks that's on the strip to get loot. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much a very, very dope joint. All three of them having verse and shit. They all did their thing on this one too. I definitely like Johnny Two Guns verse when he was like, "One day you're counting money, next year you're digging holes. Don't try to do this at home. This is professionals." Like, love that virus he was using on that one. Very
Yeah.
solid joint.
Yeah, definitely another banger. Nice beat. G Rap saying, "I can roll up by myself and make your street glow. Yo, you can be 20 deep and still get your feet rose. Believe me, ain't none of them running up when I heat blow. You sleep though, your whole sweet and low, fleet till go deeper than 6 feet low." I like his whole flow. His whole flow like fit that beat, yo. Like he just used a different flow in this joint that he didn't use before in this album, and I thought it was dope.
Yeah, most definitely. All right. Now, The Heat, possibly my favorite track off this album. That beat is fucking fire. I love the way he was flowing on that one. He
Yeah.
had lines like Fuji rap, I like a lot of cheese. a novelty, modestly stripping, like the shit's pornography, the odyssey, lyrical prodigy. See my philosophy like Socrates, like very dope joint and shit like that. It's like the beat has like a very strict feel to it and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Yes.
Like that fucking piano and shit like that.
Yes.
Like I don't know, very very ill. It's very New York and shit like that. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like again, niggas always say '98 was a bad year for hip hop. I don't know what niggas be
Nah,
saying
hell
that
nah.
shit.
98 had some gems.
They had some gems.
You know what I mean? Definitely had like that offbeat piano arrangements. I like that, and the track was real grimy, nice wordplay. By this is one of his best songs on this album lyrically. Like you mentioned, like that whole verse. You know, call it robbery. Just as long as I grab the lottery, I'm trying to prospectly strictly going for Jack Pottery. Obviously, like he was killing it on this track, man. Like crazy lyrics.
I agree. All right. Now we're going to get into "Can't Stop the Shine" featuring Miss Jones. This joint, I like it,
Mm-hmm.
but it fits. This like again, this fits more with 456
Yeah.
in my opinion and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It definitely had like that kind of like radio friendly kind of vibe towards it. You
Right.
know, Miss Jones, you know, at that time, radio personality and shit like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Kool Rap, he actually made the beat to that one too. Love that usage of the Stephanie Mills sample and stuff too. So
Right.
yeah, this one was okay, you know.
Pudgy the Fat Bastard, they used that for Money Don't Make Your World Go Round.
Yeah,
That was his last like really big hit.
King of New York album, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Love that fucking album.
Yeah, definitely. Um,
Yeah,
Shout out to him. He follows me on Instagram, underrated
shout out.
artist. This song, every time I hear Miss Jones on a song like this, it brings me back to Sugar Hill and to the Big L joint, holding it down from
Right.
the Big Picture. Like yeah, like at that time, like she wasn't. I don't think she was fully invested into like the radio shit yet. Like she was still an artist, you know, still signed to Motown, and she could sing. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think he used her, of course, like to get that radio friendly play on the airwaves. So it was cool.
Yeah, straight up cool album and shit. All right. Track number 16, Cannon Fire. Um, Another very solid joint off this album. Again, love that beat. It's pretty much like Cool Rap just talking about the street life, and just for those knowing like what really goes on, people will be like, "Oh, it's like nothing really." But I've seen like a lot of people say on the internet like it kind of like reminiscent of Streets of New York
Mm-hmm.
in a weird way and shit like that, which I can low key see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nice usage of the Isley Brothers sample, "Ballad for the Fallen Soldier."
Mm-hmm.
Very good song too. So yeah, man, very
And
very very solid joint.
and you know who else used that sample, right?
Jay Z.
Jay Z. Well, a week ago. That's one of my favorites off of Volume Two. Him and Too Short,
Yeah,
banging. This was a dope track. I like the pianos on it and the beat. You know, G Rap was in his bag. He says, a fly face will get their thigh scraped and little PUSSY raped. A kid inside his gate get murdered by Jake. A young nigga try to fly case and get caught up on the FBI tape. Him versus the state. Lost the case and got a fraud date. 1998, the day of July 8th. Some cats get to stack the high papes. Live in the skyscrapers, go to LI and buy flower estates where they can hibernate and operate. Impregnate some chinky eye mate. Other niggas relate to pirates with tray eights. Try to apply weight. I'm ready to die state. Star is the hydrate. Like his whole flow on that track was just crazy. It was definitely I enjoyed this track.
yeah, very enjoyed this track. All right, and then is the outro and shit like that. You know, nice way to end up the album. You know, like a bit like it kind of reminds me a little bit of Raekwon's North Star from Only Built from Cuban Links a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah. Definitely a nice outro. Like it was dope. You know, it's like a murder scenes. Like it sounded like something like from the '70s with like you got cops, like at a murder scene and they're talking and oh the killer got away and but he did this, and I know I've seen some of these films like that with the cops come to the murder scene and they're investigating, and yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, very dope. And then it also has like a bonus track called Daddy Figure.
Yeah, that's you,
Um,
daddy. That's you.
shit. Yeah, pretty much, him on his braggadocio shit, on his sex game shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pretty solid joint.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. He's saying I made you my suede boo, mom squad wifey the angel with 10 carats on her wrist, five on her ankle. My whole angle allow you to be in my triangle to shine and twinkle. Each steak off a platinum single. Them other cats was rectangle. Like I thought he was always fly with the bars about like women and stuff, and very detailed about what they were wearing and their whole body frame and everything. I like it, man. A great way to end the album.
Very great with it. And all right. Overall, very dope album. To me, this is I want to say this is a cult classic because I feel like this album now is kind of getting a bit more popularity and notoriety a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, this is his most mafioso album, his most darkest album, probably next to Live and Let Die, in my opinion. Because 456, yeah, that album was dark, but I kind of felt like with that album too, in comparison to this one, you know, Cold Chillin' at that time was struggling, and they were trying to aim for radio airplay, with the Fast Life. Um, of course, the song "Taking the World" that was supposed to have been a single,
Oh
but of
shit.
course, we all know with MF Grimm got shot and stuff like that too.
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
um, so that album, I like the album, but this was like his most mafioso album. Like
Yeah.
cinematic wise, it was good. Um, when I first heard this album, I was a little criticized about the production. I felt like some of the beats
Mm.
was kind of
Could have been better.
but after you said what?
It could have been better.
Yeah, some of the beats on certain tracks could have been better.
Mm.
But after we listened to the album, I came to appreciate it a bit more, in my opinion.
Mm.
This is like a straight up storytelling album. Like he definitely went in on this fucking album. 5 out of 5, and I'm gonna explain more in the discography breakdown, I guess.
I think if this album was more heavily featured with like maybe a collab from Nas and AZ and Cormega, and maybe you get some beats from Premier or Easy LP, or you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
some of the Buck Wild. I think it would have did a lot better than it did. But given the fact that he held this album down mainly by himself for like 17, 18 joints with like a few collabs here and there, I think it's a great album. Like it's definitely one of his best solo albums to me. Like I'm a fan of 456, but I think this is right there with 456, if not better than 456. Given the there's more tracks on this album, and he held it down, and like if you love mafioso rap, and we had like a couple weeks ago we had like a mafioso best mafioso rap albums countdown, and I would definitely have put that on my list. It's a great cinematic album. If you love gangster films like The Godfather and Scarface and Goodfellas, movies like that, and lyrically he's great. Like he killed every track just with his lyricism. Like the beat could have been off, but his lyricism saved it. And
exactly.
he's a legend. And I definitely think it's a five mic classic. So um, yeah, it's a great album.
Yes, sir. All right. What time is it? 12:11. All right. I'm gonna stay until like 12:30 and shit. Fuck. I'm gonna
I
make
know
some
Q
tea.
has said it. Yeah, he has a lot of unreleased songs, man.
For Coogee
A lot
Rap.
of unreleased. Yeah,
Yeah, Coogee Rap, man. Yo, Q, check out that Rated Triple X compilation. Too.
yeah. Cruz, what up? Yeah, Casino, Carlitos Way, right? Like it's definitely it has that theme to it. Yeah, he need to reissue all of those albums, man. Was good. Yeah, Thug Life album was dope. Bone Thugs, I heard creeping on the come up like a while back though. I need to like revisit that, but Thug Life was dope, man. Better lyricist, Cool G Rap, definitely. Eric Sermon is dope, but he not on Cool G Rap level though. ECW, yes. The old ECW matches, that's what's up. What do I prefer? Well, I grew up with a lot of Bone. Like my introduction to Bone would have been E99 Eternal. I grew up with a lot of Bone, and then later on it was 3 6 Mafia. But production wise, I think I gotta go with 3 6 Mafia because like their beats are just like ill. Yeah, he got to re-release. I would like him as a fan. I would like him to re-release all the solo stuff and the stuff with DJ Polo. I mean other than 456, I don't have none of their group albums or none of his other solo stuff. I'm gonna try to get. I just got the Prince vinyl in the mail. Like day after 2 days ago, so it finally came. I'm gonna try to get. I know they got some stuff in July coming. The Time first album. I think it's like a special edition, like colored vinyl. They got the new Czarface album coming out. What else? Um, Beastie Boys. There's like a out of print Beastie Boys EP from the '90s that they releasing on vinyl. It's like a lot of. I sent Reg the list. It's like a couple of vinyl releases coming for July, so I'm gonna try to get at least two of them. Out of Eric B and Rakim, I'm gonna go with just because I'm more of a fan of Rakim, but I mean G Rap lyrically, I think G Rap is right there with Rakim. Favorite unreleased joints. Anything by Pac. Anything by Pac. Any unreleased joints by Pac. I feel like Tupac was always in the studio. He always had like the best unreleased joints. You know, like his catalog is just crazy. Like this man left like hundreds of unreleased joints, so that a lot of people still haven't heard yet. So the posthumous albums I don't care for, but any all of the unreleased Machiavelli songs, the drunk freestyle, late night with DJ Quick, Fade Me, uh, words to my firstborn. Any of those like Machiavelli joints, like they need to release those.
Right.
Donna Summer, I only got the Donna Summer '70s stuff. Like I don't like her '80s albums. I feel like she was definitely like the disco queen in the '70s. But I don't have like any other '80s albums from her. Favorite movie? I have a lot. Back to the Future. That's one of my favorites. What's your favorite movie, Reg?
Oh, I always said Scarface.
Scarface, yeah. Well, yeah, Scarface is on the list. Lord of the Rings trilogy, Star Wars. I have a lot. Favorite five favorite posthumous albums. I don't have any. I don't have five. Like, I mean,
Mm.
other than the Tupac. Are you still down? Remember me. That's about it. I don't really have like a five great posthumous albums.
Yeah, I don't think I have five either.
Yeah.
Ooh, dope question, Q. Cruz. MJ this time around or R. Kelly, you'd be happy this time around.
R. Kelly. I love that
Okay.
song. Biggie killed that joint.
I'm taking your
Yes.
shit.
Biggie. It was just great to hear Biggie with Michael Jackson. That's a great track, and he should have had a video for that. But R. Kelly joint, that's one of his best to me.
I agree. I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
No
Cool G
biggie.
Rap, A Thug's Love Story, or a Slick Rick Children's Story. I'm going with Cool G Rap. Like after hearing
Same.
that song, that should have been a movie, yo. Like that's one of his best storytelling tracks. SWV or
You?
En Vogue. I got SWV.
Same.
Total or Brownstone. I'm more a Total fan.
Shh. To be quite honest, I'm a pass on that.
It's either or, right?
Right.
Brownstone. I only heard Brownstone first album. I have their first album. The second one I didn't hear, so
Some of the songs on that second album were dope
that
too.
was dope.
Yeah, but they were just alright.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one.
Hmm.
I got one for Alonzo. TLC versus Destiny's Child.
Oh wow. Star Trek. Yeah, I wasn't big on. I like the Star Trek early '80s films, but after I want to say after Undiscovered Country, I just stopped watching it because I wasn't a fan of like Generations and Deep Space Nine. Like so, I didn't watch all their films after that.
Yeah, I never cared for all that shit.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Star Trek. Like I watched the motion pictures, but I wasn't really checking for the shows like that. Mary or Tony, I got Mary definitely. TLC for sure.
You said TLC?
Yeah. Sam wants us to review Purple Haze.
Um, I'll think about that.
That's the one Cameron album I need to get. Cause I don't have Purple Haze yet. Bobby Brown.
Why do you say?
No, Janet Jackson album was better than Bobby's album. Even though I
Yeah, I
didn't,
agree.
I don't. It's not a classic, but I can tolerate a bad Janet album. I can't tolerate a bad Bobby album because it's just bad. It was like super bad, like you
Not super bad.
know. It was super bad. Like no, it was bad to him. That's why he didn't play nothing tonight for me.
Like, damn, this nigga said super bad. Like, he
No,
said not bad.
no.
It's super bad.
That we wasted our time even reviewing that album. It was just that terrible.
Well, nobody else was gonna review it.
I know that don't make it good. Yeah, they might remember you for reviewing trashy albums. Oh yeah, remember Red Thompson? He did the reviews for the Black album. That was shit. He did the reviews for the Bobby Forever album, and that was crap. Mariah or Aaliyah? Mariah got way more hits than Aaliyah. I love Aaliyah. I think I love Aaliyah more, but Mariah got more hits than Aaliyah. Jodeci Come and Talk to Me remix or Freaking remix. I saw this. I saw somebody post this today, but they had posted Come and Talk to Me remix and H Town. I think the Knockin' Boots remix. It was something from H Town they posted. I got Jodeci all day though.
Yeah, Jodeci.
Come and Talk to Me remix definitely. Freaking You remix with Gray and Ghost. That's my favorite R&B remix. Whitney or Beyonce? Whitney. I'm more Whitney than Beyonce. Anita or Stephanie. I like Stephanie more.
Anita, all day, every day.
Patty or Shaka. Give me Patty. You don't know.
Patty.
Carmen, I used to love her. The light, I used to love her.
I used to love her.
Aretha or Diana. I got Diana.
Aretha. Warren G or Johnny J.
Warren G. No, Johnny J was the Pac. He did the Tupac stuff, right?
Yeah.
I got I got Johnny J. But see, Warren, I don't know. He's underrated, but I feel like he should have gotten his name out there more though.
I agree.
But Warren did his whole first album. That to me is a classic too.
Ooh, Zap or the Gap Band. Zap all the way.
The Gap Band. I love the Gap Band, yo. Uncle
Oh
Charlie.
yeah.
Uncle Charlie is that dude, man.
That might be a dope discography breakdown, the Gap Band.
Yeah. Yes, let's do it.
I want to see if BJ knows shit about the Gap Band too. But that's
He
gonna be
should.
like far down the line.
Jasmine Sullivan or Fantasia. I like Jasmine Sullivan more.
Oh my gosh, shit. I'm gonna have to stick with NC and go with Fantasia,
Teddy Pendergrass or Jeffrey Osborne. Teddy,
or TP.
definitely. Jeffrey ain't got the heat like Teddy got, man.
Can you who?
What was the worst Common album?
Universal Mind Control.
No. Uh, I want to say that. What's that shit? Nobody Smiling. I didn't like that. That
Really?
album. Yeah. Anything after Finding Forever, I didn't care for it. So any of those albums after that, I didn't care for it. Universal Mind Control is in that conversation, but there's more songs I can play off of that album.
I was watching Cat Dog earlier.
Cat Dog.
Yeah.
Anthony Hamilton on Musique. That was supposed to be a versus battle too, and they canceled it.
Anthony.
I got Musique on that because I'm a big Musique Social fan. Anthony's
Okay,
an
all this
underrated singer, but I don't know too many of his hits though. I know some songs that he did, but I'm more Musique than
all this NC love, I'm loving. Shit. Fantasia,
right,
Anthony Hamilton, Osborne.
right,
Okay.
right. Christopher
Keep it
Williams and
coming.
I'll Be Sure. Singing wise, I got Christopher Williams. Album
I'll be sure.
wise, I got I'll Be Sure first album. I
I'll
gotta
be
hear
sure.
Sexy Verses. I didn't have you told me that was a dope album, right?
Sexy Versus is
Yeah,
it's a
I
dope
gotta hear
album, but
that
I never
album.
heard the second album.
The second album I actually had on cassette. I didn't like it. That was not good.
That might be a
Especially
W.
he tried. Yeah, he tried to do that Eagles rendition of Hotel California. I was like, nah, that's not for you. That you can't do that.
That might be a dope double review since I never heard the second one. You never heard the
Right, we
third
do the
one.
first and second albums.
You said what?
You want to do the first and second or the second and third album?
I mean, we can do all his discography and
Oh,
shit.
it's all discography.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cause I don't think I've reviewed any second one. I don't think so.
Yeah, the lyricist Corrupt or Dub C. I got Corrupt.
Corrupt.
Joe or Case. Joe is a dope artist. I actually saw Joe in concert. He gives a great performance. Case is underrated though, but I like Joe's stuff a little bit more. Foxy Brown Get You Home or Little Kim Crush on You. If it's the Crush on You version with C's, then I got Little Kim.
Mm.
Avant or
Okay, if we,
Donald Jones definitely underrated.
I'm low key actually hyped about this album show shit. Okay.
By who?
Okay, you know he has 4 albums and shit. We can do that 1 month and shit.
Donald Jones?
Yeah, I'll be sure.
I'll be. Oh, you talking about the discography breakdown?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, why not? We should do it. Tevin or El DeBarge. El DeBarge. Definitely. I was just playing some DeBarge earlier today, like the greatest hits.
Damn, that's a hard ass one. Shit.
Tevin or El DeBarge. To me, El
That's
DeBarge
hard.
winning that. If they do a versus, who wins that? Is it Tevin or L that wins that? I'm going with L all day.
L. But if you're talking about singing wise, that's kind of hard, man.
You
'Cause
got
Tevin
Tevin?
got.
I
I'm
don't
not to
think
give it
Tevin
to
fucking
Tevin.
with L, man. I
No,
don't
no,
think
fucking
Tevin fucking
L.
with L, son.
L.
I think L is like for grown women. He got that grown woman voice. You know, like how Keith had like women wet tonight. Like L got that voice for women, man. And he still got it. You know, drugs and all. At least with him, like he took drugs and all. He still got his voice. I don't know what happened with Bobby Brown.
We all know what happened about that.
Yeah, that shit fucked up his vocals, man. Better lyricist Prodigy or AZ Prodigy for me.
Um, yeah, probably.
Tracy Spencer or Lisa Fisher. Wow. I got Tracy just because I know more of her songs.
Lisa.
What happened to Lisa Fisher?
She's an actress.
Oh, she's an
She went
actress?
back to London, I think.
What do you think about the remix of Thug Mansion? I didn't like it. Trash.
I ain't
Give him
thinking
a
that
trashy
bullshit.
album. They should never mess with Tupac's music like that or anybody's music after they pass away. Monica or Brandy? I gotta say
Brandy.
Brandy. I'm more of a Brandy. Monica, I like some of Monica albums, not everything from her.
Ooh. Okay, I got some ideas. Yo.
I know you do. I know you do.
Hip hop related.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm doing my thesis too and shit, so I'm just like.
You finished
yeah.
your thesis?
Almost. I'm almost done with this one chapter.
When is it due?
Oh, they didn't tell me yet.
Oh, they ain't tell you yet? Oh, really? When did you start it?
Man, I started this shit years ago,
Oh, shit.
but I'm trying to graduate by December, so
Right.
I'm not trying to stay in that bullshit school.
Your favorite Michael Jackson unreleased? I haven't heard all his unreleased stuff. So I don't have no favorite right now.
Serious Effect with LL Cool J.
Is that from the Dangerous album you was telling me?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that one.
The original version of Love Will Never Felt So Good.
Mm.
I like that version way better.
Jody Watley or Pebbles? Jody Watley. Pebbles to me only had one good album.
Jody.
Both of them I need to get actually. Her first album and I need to get Jody Watley's first album again. Yeah, her first album was dope. Definitely
Very dope.
enjoyed that. Keith Washington, Kissing You or Lisa Fisher, How Can I Ease the Pain?
How can I ease the pain?
I'm going with Keith Washington. I'm going with that one. I'm gonna go with that one. Do you think Stephanie Mills is underrated? No,
Nah.
I don't. I think she's a legend. Gladys Knight or
That's why,
Shaka?
that's why she didn't want to be in on the song.
Right. All of those Tupac albums are trash after he died. I don't like none of them.
Oh Lord.
Better vocalist, Raphael or D'Angelo? D'Angelo.
D'Angelo. All right, it's 12:31. I'm gonna answer a few more comments.
Teddy or Luther? Teddy. His
Shit,
first.
I'm going.
Any albums before the accident or classics? I love those albums. Luther
I'm gonna have
albums.
to go with Luther.
I think Luther have the better discography though. Cause I don't like none of those Teddy albums after the accidents. But I think if you put like his first 4 or 5 against Luther's albums, that would be a dope battle.
Mm. Honey Love remix or Bump and Grind remix? Honey
Bump and
Love
grind,
remix.
bump and grind. I love that bump and grind old school mix that they called it.
Yeah,
Prince or Rick James, Prince for me.
Prince.
I can't wait for the next Prince discussion. What we doing? Rainbow Children. That the second
Um,
one. What was after the Unrave or whatever?
yes, Rainbow Children.
Okay.
Then after that, I might go back and talk about the Truth album and shit.
Right. Oh shit! I just got it. So
Yeah.
perfect timing, Rich.
Mm-hmm. Rainbow Children gonna be sometime this month though. Okay,
Better
better
guitarist,
guitarist.
Cliff Burton or Eddie Van Halen? Eddie Van Halen. Ask me that. I'm gonna say
Eddie.
Eddie. I'm gonna say Eddie.
I gotta work on my primo list tonight. Shit.
Yeah, stop. Primo Battle is Sunday.
Yep. As of now, it's Sunday. Yep.
Oh boy. What about Biggie? I don't like nothing after Life After Death album. I didn't care for Born Again and the was it Final Chapter and all that shit. All that shit was trash.
That album coming from Final Chapter looks like a kindergarten druid.
They actually re-released that for Record Store Day also. That's on vinyl. I'm like, who's
They
buying this shit?
released that.
Yeah, they re-released it on vinyl. I'm like, who's
Oh,
buying
you
this shit?
said
That shit's gonna be
Shaft?
like $5, huh?
The original version of Shaft is on Tubi? Oh, don't tell me that, Ronnie. Please don't tell me that.
They had Shaft on Netflix like a couple months ago. The
Yeah, they had it
original
a couple years ago, but it was in briefly.
one. Right. Yeah, yeah.
But
They take it off and then they bring it back.
oh, see, that's why Tubi is the best, better than Netflix and Hulu.
What
I'm
color
still gonna
Tims
walk
I
Mary
have?
J.
I have the construction Tims and the black Tims. And I used to have the blueberry Tims, like back in the 2000s.
Oh shit.
The two-tone blue Tims, so they call it blueberry.
Do you want to do the Mary J. Blige thing tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're ready. I mean, I already saw the documentary, so like I know it. You know what I'm saying, just by watching it.
All
You
right.
know what I mean?
I'll watch it by tonight tomorrow, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not gonna be too long anyway. We probably talk about it for like 10, 15 minutes. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, bad.
You know.
All right. I mean, it's like 3 more people and I'm gonna be out.
Eric Sherman or Keith Murray. What?
Eric.
Why do you? I want to ask Ronnie. Why do you think Eric Sherman is such a great lyricist? I mean, I thought he was decent. I never felt like he was great though. I mean, I still got Keith Murray and Redman over him lyrically. Scarface or Goodfellas? Oh, Scarface, man.
I thought I saw a putty cat. Someone's making some dinner over there.
Dinner? Nah, it's raining outside. My window's open. This.
Oh.
We having like thunderstorms right now. So
Oh, I
we had
thought
like
I
a
saw
3-day heat wave, and now comes the thunderstorms.
Yeah.
You know.
I like, damn, someone's frying up something good.
Better producer, Quick or Johnny J. I got Quick. Definitely love
I got
Quick's
Quick,
production.
too.
Unless it's like an artist like John Lennon or you know, Janis Joplin or Jimi Hendrix. I don't care for posthumous albums, and none of them have really been good from the rap artists anyway. So
I agree.
it's Diddy looking to cash in on Record Store Day. That's why they re-released that crap on well, I think it was like colored vinyl or something,
Mm. Mm-mm.
right? They could have put
Yeah,
Life
I'm
After
about
Death on like gold colored vinyl or some shit. Why release that album of all albums? You know?
yeah, I'm about to actually end this video off right here. Got a few announcements. So I am 50% done with the Zap and P Funk episodes. I fixed my sound last night, and I recorded it one time, and I was just like, "Nah, I'm not gonna put this shit out." So I decided to do it again. So hopefully, since we're not having no live review on Sunday, that's gonna probably drop on Sunday night or some shit like
Right.
that. What else? What else? Monday, still gonna finish up these Metallica reviews and shit.
Oh boy. Which one is this now? Oh, you got the whole collection, huh? You ever
Well,
thought about doing like a Metallica record collection vid or something? Like just showing
I
off
only
all
have
the
two out.
Metallica. Oh, okay.
There's two vinyl albums from Metallica,
Right,
and all I'm missing from the ones I like is Kill 'Em All and shit.
right. Okay.
Yeah, so that's Injustice for All. Wednesday is Janet Jackson's 20YO,
Yes.
and the hip hop album that we're gonna talk about Thursday is Black Moon's Enter the Stage.
Oh, Black Moon.
Finally, something good.
That's what's up. Another
Yeah.
album I need to get.
Oh, I could have sworn you had that one.
Nah, I got The Storm and The Shining. I got it. Enter the Stage and Nocturnal. I need to get.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Also, y'all should know. Um. I do have some other albums planned down the line and shit too. And like I mentioned, the Busta Rhymes Genesis, It Ain't Safe No More double review is gonna be the week after next.
Dope.
Who's Your Rap Discography Breakdown. That's gonna be the 11th, of course, and shit. I'm gonna make all the flyers and stuff so y'all can be up to date.
Okay.
Definitely got a surprise pre-recorded review I'm about to do this weekend too. This one y'all not gonna believe me and shit like
You,
that.
you said something about asking me about the Gicana story too.
Oh yeah, yeah. What are your like full thoughts? Where do you rank that like in the discography and shit?
I gotta hear it again because it's been years since I heard it. I gotta definitely hear that again. That's like the only. I think that's the only one left I ever heard. Like I heard Roots of Evil and 456, and I gotta hear that one.
Gotcha.
Even like the album he did with 38 Special, Son of G Rap, that was dope too. But he wasn't on all the tracks though. He might have been like on maybe 5 or 6 tracks, and it was
Right.
mostly like 38 Special. But I don't even consider that like a real full G Rap project. But yeah, I gotta hear Jim Connor's story again. So I'm gonna hear that like before we do the discography breakdown.
Most definitely. Also, since we already talked about Coogee Rap, I'm gonna also go back to Master Ace and sometime either this month or next month to talk about Sitting on Chrome.
Oh, nice,
Yes.
great album.
That perfect summertime album and shit.
Yeah, for
Perfect.
sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep all that under the wraps.
Dope.
And yeah, this has been a dope review.
Oh,
Dope
yeah,
ass review and shit.
Great album.
Would you raps? Who's the Evil? 1998. And yes, this album is actually out of print too. As always, much appreciated, my bro.
No doubt, man.
All right. And I'll
All
see
right.
y'all later. Peace.